Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Play Magical Starsign, the next Patron's Choice game. Sorry it's taking a minute to start up here. But yeah, it's Magical Starsign. It's this Patron selected game was selected by RosenCrow7. Thank you for the support. And yeah, this is a obscure DS RPG, though it does seem to have a bit of a fan base from what I've seen on like Twitter and just online in general. But yeah, like with so many other obscure DS RPGs, this is probably going to be really dang good. Seriously, like one of my favorite DS games is this game called Nostalgia. Like almost nobody has heard of it, but oh my god, it was a fun RPG. Like I sunk a lot of time into it, but long intro is long. Let's get started with a new game. I have no idea what Amigo mode is. Was this like multiplayer? Let me see. Amigo list, tag mode, Amigo dungeon. I'm sure they'll probably explain, or I can just look in the manual. This game with a pretty hefty manual. I'm sure I'll be fine. Choose your star. Star of Light gives magicians the ability to cast healing magic. Dark Star's path is difficult as magic steals HP from enemies. I'll go with the seemingly casual route with Light. Choose your character. Male, this fearless lad is always up for adventure. Female, this mysterious girl is a master of magic. I'll go with her design is like significantly better, but I'll go with him. Oh lord, name. Okay. I keep using the D-pad like this is gonna do something. This is like touch-based. Okay. We'll go with Cap. We'll just keep it simple. Magical ability, arc light. Those are my stats. Can I adjust them? No? Alright, well let's go. Is that my team? You say, is this correct? What can I... Oh, I can change their names. We'll keep their names the same. Alright, so we got Pico, Sorbet, Lassie, Mocha, and Chai. Oh, would that be Lassie then? If we're going, like, if we're keeping everything sort of like food related. Let's go. Also, I am low-key trying to, like, figure out how I'm going to be, like, editing this. Okay. Hey, Cap, where's Miss Madeline? Class should have started by now. Do you think something happened to her? Oh, okay. Touch-based entirely, alright. Calm down, she's just late. It happens all the time. She's probably just finishing up her lesson plan. Anyway, it's nothing to get so worked up about. Sheesh, what is this? 30th time this year? When's someone going to give her a tardy slip? That's what I want to know. 15-minute rule, my guy. If the teacher ain't there by 15 minutes, you're free to leave. I see her. She's coming. Quick, everyone, get back in your seats. Good morning, apprentices. I'm sure you're all quietly studying your spell books while you're waiting for me. Yeah, sure. Miss Madeline, you must be aware that you are late for class again. Yeah, what's up with that? You're late all the time, but when I forget my homework, who gets detention? Me, that's who. If I get held back again this year, I'm holding you personally responsible. Oh, I'm so sorry, my little students. I'll never be late again, I promise. Lie detector determined that was a lie? Wahaha. Our story begins on the small planet of Kavomaka, on a quaint and remote edge of the Baklava solar system. this the baklava solar. I don't know why that got me. This solar system contains many unusual planets, all home to their own unique civilizations. To the many people who live on Kavomaka, stories of other planets may as well be nothing more than fairy tales. But not for long. Hot-headed Pico, a student of fire magic, thinks he's a born leader. His temper, however, says otherwise. Cool and sometimes a little aloof, Sorbet uses her water magic to show off her sparkling intelligence. Found in a curiosity shop by Principal Biscotti, Mocha is a dry and deadpan robot who wields powerful earth magic. The impetuous and willful Chai is an odd salamander who draws upon the magical power of the forest. The floppy-eared and flighty Lassie, that is a scatterbrained bunny able to call upon the magic of the winds. Last, but not least, there's Cap, a student of light magic whose warmth holds this ragtag group together. These 6 Academy classmates are about to set off on an adventure unlike any seen on their world, or any other. So I can hear the principal talking to Miss Madeline. He sounds really serious, too. Maybe she is getting fired for being late to class 30 times in a row. Just a guess. What's going on? I wonder what they're talking about. Okay, the little, screen swipe for the transitions, that's nice. Miss Madeline, you are the only person I can trust with this delicate matter. I'm afraid there's simply no other way. Leave your students in my care. We will await your, We will await your return. But to the Wind Planet? Really? Are you sure this is a good idea? Quite sure, Miss Madeline. I need your help in dealing with a very troublesome wizard on Puffoon. Is that so? Indeed. He was once a student of yours, in fact. His name is Kale. Oh, well, yeah, you definitely know he's evil then. Though he calls himself Master Kale now. My sources tell me that he is banded with a crew of villainous pirates who do his dirty work across the solar system. I'm sure you remember him. He seemed a most promising pupil, but I'm afraid to say that he has gone somewhat astray. It may come to blows, and I pray you defend yourself if it does. Kale? With the scruffy hair? But he was such a sensitive boy. What happened? I can't imagine him being in any trouble. Well, y'all were nosy. Miss Madeline, it's not true, is it? You're not really going to Puffoon, are you? Why? You can't leave us. Teacher, we were listening at the door. We heard everything you discussed. This robot is going to be my favorite character, I can tell. You have to go to Puffoon and fight pirates and evil wizards? This is highly alarming. Students, please. This conversation was not meant for your inquisitive ears. Teacher, all that talk about other planets. Are you honestly planning on going into space? Please, I'll be fine. You should be more worried about your tome reports. For a minute, I thought that said lame. They're due next week. After class that day, Miss Madeline... Oh, she's probably keeping the food thing going too, because the teacher battle lines are cookies. You got the dude, his name is Biscotti. Yo, all right. Some of the students to join her in the meditation room. I'm a sucker for naming themes and like puns. It's one thing I did like to do a lot as a kid, or well, yeah, even like into like teenagehood and stuff, was just like looking at all of the DBZ characters and just figuring out like what their names were references to, or just like the scheme, or not schemes, but themes going on there. Like Garlic Jr., and then all of his minions, the Spice Boys, were just named after spices. You got Piccolo, and all his minions were named after instruments. All the Saiyans are named after vegetables. Like it's just fun. One Piece kind of does similar too, with like groups of people just having like themed names going on, or all of the characters that are just based on real life people. Like it's just neat. It's just neat. That was a weird and random ramble to go on. What's gotten into Miss Madeline? Why'd she ask us to meet her here? I wish I knew, but have you noticed that Miss Madeline doesn't seem like herself today? You know what I think? I think it's because of something Pico did. What, me? I can't prove anything. I mean, I didn't do anything. Cap, why don't you ask Miss Madeline what's going on? Yeah, Cap, go ask her. Okay, I guess I'm a mute protagonist. Okay. I don't know why, the movement just seems a little... Oh, wow. Okay, so, yeah, the buttons, like the face buttons, also control, like, how you move. So, like, X is up, B is down, A is right. Okay. So I can use D-pad or that, and then I guess everything else is just straight up, touch screen. Alright. Oh. I forgot I did buy this used. I'll leave their file intact, even though they're never getting this game back. Okay. Hopefully those weren't spoilers. Also, I need to think about how I'm going to sync this. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alrighty. So row, I'm guessing that's... Yeah, that's going to dictate formation for battle. Log, just... Alright, yeah, you know, standard. Team, that's standard. Item and map, alright. What's that? Interesting. Okay. Oh. Wait, so do I tap her to talk? Okay, I'm really going to have to find a stylus for this. Oh, have you been here long, Cap? And I see you're all here. Miss Madeline, what's going on? Like, this should also, like, let you know I did not open the manual to read through anything. I'll do that for next time. The universe can be a very dodgy place, so it's high time for me to teach you how to defend yourselves. But this lesson isn't about your standard spell flinging, so listen well. The skills I will teach you now are designed for extreme circumstances. Extreme circumstances? That sounds dangerous and awesome. Whoa. If you're teaching us how to defend ourselves, does that mean you're taking us with you to Paffoon? No, children, I'm going to the Wind Planet alone. I'm afraid I don't have time to explain why that is, so please, I have to ask you all to be understanding. Now then, Cap, step forward, please. Oh yeah, no, this isn't suspicious at all. Like, you're teaching us how to fight, like... okay. Lesson 1, okay, basics first. Tap the skills icon on the upper right. Okay. There you go. Cap can kick, so tap kick and see what happens. Before you kick, you'll have to decide who gets the boot. You can target any of the glowing enemies. Alrighty. My, that was impressive. Now let's try our hand at some magic. Okay, magic. Cap can use light magic. As you increase in level, you will learn other magic. For now, this is all you've got. Choose a spell you want to cast, and then choose a target. Arc light. Him. Excellent. Using magic consumes magic points, or MP for short. If you don't have enough MP, then you can't cast that spell. You'll want to watch out for that. You know, standard RPG fare. Oh, but you do recover a little bit of MP throughout the battle, so don't worry too much about it. Well, that's nice. An item, green frog. Gummy frogs can restore some hit points or HP to party members who eat them. When a party member's when a party member's hit points drop to 0, he is KO'd. If everyone gets KO'd, that's the end of your game. You're breaking the fourth wall, teacher. There we got guard, defensive skills, okay. Now for defense, you can reduce damage from enemy attacks if your guard is up. But you'll never win if that's all you do. I'm gonna assume then that maybe back rank also gets like an increase in defense because they're in the back, or they're less likely to be targeted. This command is repeat. You'll do exactly what you did in the last round. Ooh, okay. I don't know why I'm amazed by that. Like, that's kind of become more common, but I guess like back in the day, like being able to repeat commands, yeah, that wasn't like a thing. Actually, like the first game that really let me do that I can think of is like Bravely Default. Well, this is self-explanatory. You can also choose Flee. If you think you're going to lose or just don't want to use MP, try running away. That's all for lesson 1. How about a little break? There's only like 3 minutes, teacher. I'm good. Taught you only the absolute basics of combat. Do you feel you understand them well enough? Yes. Tap. Yes. For your next lesson, I will teach you about rows. Cap and Chai, step forward. Lesson 2, let's learn about rows. Cap is in the front row and Chai is in the back. Your enemies will sometimes be split into 2 rows too. First, let's talk about the front row. Everything I taught you about attacks and magic can be used from the front row. However, some of those attacks, like kick and tail swipe, can't hit enemies in the back row. That's because the enemies in front are in the way. Okay, yeah, they flat out show you who you can target. Fair enough. Look at the enemies in the back row. They're not glowing, are they? If you want to hit enemies in the back row, you have to take out the enemies in the front first. Ooh, okay. This was similar to Final Fantasy II? At least the Dawn of Souls version. I think maybe Final Fantasy 3 or 4 might have did like front row, back row stuff too. I think Final Fantasy V does this. I need to replay a lot of the like classic Final Fantasies. But I do remember that being a thing in like Final Fantasy as well. If that proves difficult, you could lob some magic over the enemies in the first row to reach them. Physical attacks have to target the closest enemies, but magic can target the back row as well. But hey, you're all wizards, so I expect you to use that magic like it's going out of style. And everybody has their own element, so that's neat. So I wonder, like... I'm sure if I check the bestiary, they'll tell me, like, oh, what is super effective against, like, what enemy. Now let's talk about the back row. You can't use physical attacks from the back row, so your skills won't work there. So, obviously, I want to keep the, like, better magic users in the back and the better physical attackers in the front. See, your skills button has gone dark. So just remember that you can't use physical attacks from the back row. But when you use magic from the back row, just try it. Pepperthorn. Ooh, AoE. Oh, that didn't do a lot. So, okay, yeah, we're doing the thing of if you attack multiple enemies, it... Oh wait, no, it's automatic when you're in the back row then? What do you think of that? When you use magic from the back row, you can hit multiple enemies. From the back row, you can focus and then send your magic in a high arc so it doesn't hit your friends in front. Of course, there's always a drawback. Your magic will be spread out, yep. That the spell's strength gets a little bit diluted. What's true for you is true for your enemies. If they're in the back row, they'll have group attacks too. We'll wrap up listen to it a little word about switching rows. During a battle, you can move members freely between the front and back row. However, getting everyone in position before the battle is the best way to go. Still, if you need to move around, just use the move command. Same as everything else, you can just tap the move command and then touch the character you want to move. See how they just slide right into place? Oh, okay. Very good. That concludes lesson 2. Alright, makes sense, makes sense. Drill this information into your young apprentice brains. You must never, ever forget about rows. If you do, you will find yourself looking foolish when you can't cast the spell you need at a critical moment. Okay, but, like... I mean, I guess the group attack is good, but... like, it did considerably less damage. But I guess damaging everybody all at once is better than, like, no damage. But, yeah, as of now, I see more of a benefit from the front row. Is that clear? Yes. I think now would be a great time for your third lesson. Captain Sorbet, please step forward. Yeah, they ain't playing around. It's like, okay, like get all these tutorials done, then we'll get into like the major story. Lesson 3 covers your star signs. These can have a very important effect on you, so listen closely. Please be easier to understand than the Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories star system. First, let me tell you a little about the relationships between the signs. Tap the sign relationship icon on the bottom right. Oh my god, thank you. Everyone has a star sign, even the enemies you fight. Your star sign determines the type of magic you use. For example, Sorbet's sign is water. The diagram here shows what water is strong and weak against. Red stands for fire, green for wood, yellow for wind, brown for earth, and blue for water. Then you have light and dark, and they're just like equally effective against each other. Okay. White and black stand for light and dark. You would do well to keep these in mind when using magic. Or I can just always consult my cheat sheet. That's nice. Now, Sorbet, try using a little magic, why don't you? Hailstorm. Okay, so the thing rotating around them is their star sign. Alright. See? Impressive, wasn't it? Did you notice how powerful that was? That's because your water magic is strong against fire sign targets, Sorbet. Using magic against its weak sign doubles the damage your magic does. On top of that, they can do only half damage to you. That right there is the real difference between magic and physical attacks. Now let's take a look at the actual planets. Tap the astrolog icon on the bottom left. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can see. There's the sun, the fire and wood planets, the wind and water planets, and the earth planet. Think of these planets as yourselves. The 5 colors of light that stream from the sun create 5 colored areas. When your planet bathes in its own color of light, the aura of the planet will bolster your power. It's quite easy to see in space, really. That's the power of the planets. Trust me, you don't want to forget this. Your planet's aura can give you power. Huh. Wraps it up for lesson 3. That's an interesting one. So, okay, currently fire and water get an even extra boost, while the others are just SOL. Alright. Thank God for the, like, cheat sheets, because trying to remember all of that, or keep track of things on, like, menus outside of battle, yeah, that seems rough. Light signs are strong in the day, dark signs are strong at night. Makes sense. This is very important to remember. Well, do you have the hang of this? Yeah, I got it, teach. Now that's just the basics, but I'm sure you kids will be just fine. Probably. Anyway, it's time for the final exam for this little crash course. All of you must attempt to take down these targets. This seems like overkill. There's 6 of us. Alrighty. Oh, so, yeah, I was expecting, like, it was 3 in the front and 3 in the back, but we can have 4 in the front? Alrighty. I'm frozen. I'm frozen. What do I do? Let's tail swipe then. Okay. You're in the back, so you can do magic. Lava spuds. Oh, but their star sign is that. Well, let me just see. I'll just do it. Some damage is better than no damage. I think that just freaking healed them. Oh, the little flashing thing shows you what's going to be more powerful too. Okay, fair enough. Kick. Oh no, that did do damage. Okay, alright. So you can do Hailstorm. They got a lot of HP. Also, Mocha, you have, like, no MP. What's really going on there, my guy? Teacher? Teacher? You just gonna let him punch us like that? Teacher? Teacher? Okay. Seems rude. I guess just keep doing this. I mean, I probably could have, like, switched them to the front. But I'm lazy like that. Yeah, I definitely need to pull out, like, a stylus for this. I was so used to playing, like... Actually, what was the last game I used the stylus for? Might have been Kid Icarus. Yeah, level 2! Alrighty. I guess we all leveled up. Okay. Don't really have a basis for the stats yet, but hey, level up is always good. Had enough? Good, we'll end your lessons for today. However, I've written everything you need to know down. Wait. Yeah, okay, I read that correctly. In your encyclopedia. Yay for resources. If you check your magical navigator in your pocket, you can review it whenever you want. Sorry, I was just like thinking back over that, like, wait, was that a DS pun? No, it was not, because magical navigator is MN. Like, so, yeah. Uh, with that information at your fingertips, you'll be all set for galactic fun. Are you serious? Are we going to travel to space too? So wait, we're all going to see space now? Oh my god, why am I misreading everything? So wait, we're all going to space now? Cool. Whoa, no, I'll be going alone. Yes, quite alone. And yet, I've got a strange foreshadowy feeling. If anything happens to me, I want you to be prepared. Something is going to happen to her. What could happen to you? You're Miss Madeline. You know, well, everything. Well, I don't know. Just a weird feeling is all. I don't want to alarm you. The important thing to remember is this. You each have great power. Believe in it. And the very next day, Miss Madeline departed from the academy. Principal Biscotti wouldn't say a word about where she had gone. He simply hung his head and said this. It should have been me. He looked sad, and more than a little worried. Well, then, if it should have been you, then why didn't you take your lazy ass over to the planet and... Oh, dang. 3 months later... Yeah, she probably dead. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but... Not here. Yep, she's not here. What's the matter, Pico? Chai? Looking for someone? We, kind of lost Lassie. I don't know what got into her head. I am just giving everybody, like, the same voice. She went totally psycho, talking about how she was going to take off into space or something. Space? What gave her that idea? Lassie must think she can find Miss Madeline on the Wind Planet, right? I mean, it's been, what, 3 months since anyone saw her, right? So, maybe she really is in trouble. Maybe we should be doing something about it. We're all a little worried about Miss Madeline, but how does she expect to get into space? Hey! Maybe... What? Do you know something? Out with it! Hey Mocha, you know that old prank the seniors play on freshmen about there being a rocket ship hidden in the school? Yeah, that was really funny. Ha! I still remember how the seniors hid in that necromancy lab waiting for you to come in there looking for a rocket. Oh man, that was hilarious. Wait a second, are you saying she's actually trying to find that rocket? Whoa, Chai, do you think it really exists? We gotta find it. Yeah, let's go scout around and see what we can find. Those two are hopeless on their own. I'd better go along. They think there's a rocket hidden in the school. This is ridiculous. We're going to get laughed at. Again. Well, I guess we'll look for that rocket next time. So far, pretty nice, pretty nice. We learned the basics for battle, and that's always good. So, yeah, next time we get this show on the road. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. See you next time for some more Let's Play Magical Starsign. Looking forward to it. Seems like it's going to be a nice little game. But alrighty. Goodbye.